Welcome to another edition of Hardcore Wrestling 101, and we got some AEW to talk about. Tonight with Dynamite, again, it was a good show. So let's get into it. How about that? So the Elite AEW World Champion Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, and the Bucks with MT Nakazawa and Brendan Cutler versus Bryan Danielson, which they Jurassic Express with Marco Stunt. It was a good opener, very good match. Christian got taken out at one point in the match. Of course, I don't think it is an actual injury. I'm sure we will be notified if it is. There was a spot where every one of them hits the B trigger finish on Jungle Boy, and that was pretty much how the match ended. Moxley does an interview talking about how no one can pin him or submit him, so they put him in a ladder match. He doesn't care. He's going to go out there and do a thing. CM Punk heads out to the ring. He scouts for someone to catch him and does a stage dive off the ramp. And then CM Punk actually talks to a fan and gives him his, what he later reveals as his $700 pair of tennis shoes. Arn Anderson is outside Cody Rhodes' house, talking to himself in front of a burning barrel. Anderson says Rhodes has gone to Hollywood these days. Cody comes down and talks with Arn. You snuck into my house. What are you going to do? Shoot me? Cody says. Cody realizes Arn is burning one of his expensive suits. Arn tells him to give him his tie. This extra stuff isn't needed. Cody tells him that he doesn't need to throw that away. Arn slaps him in the face and responds, "You threw us away." Cody lets go of the tie, and the tie burns. Video package including Bobby Fish backstage. Sammy Guevara says he's champ now, just like he said he would be. He then gives his buddy Fuego del Sol a new truck. So immediately offers it up for a title shot. They laugh, and he tells Sammy good luck. Next match is Sammy Guevara versus Bobby Fish, which was one heck of a match. It goes back and forth pretty much the entire thing. And so, of course, Sammy wasn't going to lose after winning that belt for the first just a week ago. AEW don't book short-term champion. He's not losing that belt for a while, probably, unless injury happened or something like that. After Dynamite went off the air, AEW did announce that Bobby Fish has signed with Elite. He is now a full-fledged member of All Elite, so that's good. Of course, they did a post-match where America's Top Team comes out to confront Sammy. Inner Circle comes out, and they book a match for the show in Miami, which is coming up sometime in October. After that, backstage, the Acclaim hanging out with Max Castle does a lap. It's going to be these two taking on World Tag Team Champions Lucha Brothers on Friday's Rampage. Okay, this is really the part that I want to talk about. Next is Tony Schiavone in the ring with referee Aubrey Edwards to announce the TBS Women's Championship. I don't have a problem with the women getting a secondary belt. I think that's great. Like I said, said earlier, I've done some research on this, and I think this is going to be the first time minus the short-lived WCW Women's Cruiserweight title that we've had a secondary belt. The problem I have is that this pretty much came out from nowhere. This was announced a couple weeks ago that it was rumored. And everyone's been wanting, and I agree with them, that we wanted Trios championships. I think they should have brought the Trios championship, announced that tournament, and crowned the champion at Full Gear. And then the very next Dynamite then announced this TBS title and crowned the new champion at the first Dynamite on TBS, which it probably wasn't going to happen anyways. That's my only issue with this announcement. And I'm going to put a question out if anyone actually pops up and wants to answer it. What is your feeling on the TBS title? But yeah, so that's my only issue with it. I wish they would have went with the Trios first. I mean, we got Trios teams all over the place. He's also working with MLW, Alvin, but he has signed a contract with AEW. So more than likely, one is talking about them, the open door policy, if that makes sense. But so after that announcement, let's get back on track here before I lose it. Jim Ross does an interview with Darby. Darby talks about why he only paints half of his face. When he was a young kid, his uncle was driving drunk, killed his uncle, and Darby feels like half of him was killed that day as well. Next match is Darby Allin with Sting versus Nick Kangana with QT Marshall. That's the big guy in the faction, and of course Darby won. Post-match, Marshall with a diamond cutter on Sting. He gets right back up. He no sells the move with a low blow and a scorpion death drop. I don't understand why they had Sting do a low blow. Sting is supposed to be a good guy here. So that's going to be interesting to see if anything comes out of that. Are they thinking about turning Sting bad? Is he going to turn on Darby and become a heel, as they say? I expect Darby to turn on Sting eventually. I agree the women's title belt is cool. I just think they should have brought the belt first. Dark Order looks to be buddies again. The FT champion Ricky Starks comes out, talks about history. He says that if he basically says that Brian Cage didn't show up for work because if he did, he would challenge them to a Philly street fight. Of course, Brian Cage was there. He shows up, and the brawl breaks out, and that pretty much ends it. Thunder Rosa's talking about the new TBS championship. Sky Blue we're talking about, Ruby Soho, Jade Cargill. So I'm not even going to talk about the Swing Dean match because I can't pronounce her opponent's name, but Swing Dean won. The Japanese lady that was women's champion for the longest women's champion ever. Celine Dean wins by submission. The Lucha Brothers champions versus the Acclaim. For that is announced for Rampage. CM Punk versus Daniel Garcia. Jake Carter versus Sky Blue. Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage. Philly Street Fight for the FTW Championship. And now we are in the final match of the night, the Casino ladder match for the number one contendership for the world champion. So, let's see. So, Orange Cassidy starts this match with Pac. The next member in is Andrade. Lance Archer is next. Moxley is next. After Moxley is Hangman Page. No. I just gave the Joker away. Is Matt Hardy. And the Joker was Hangman Page, who went on to win. There was a evil table spot into this. Adam put they all want the new title. Yes, LAX win NWO. Okay, what do you mean by that? LAX win NWO. Oh, DX when NWO left on with DX when NWO left on their back. What are we talking about DX and the NWO for? This has nothing to do with that. But that's pretty much Dynamite. It was a real good show. Anything else you want to yak about, Alvin, while you're out here typing? The person they put an L on their back. Who put a nail on their back? I must have missed that. I'm gonna have to go rewatch. What did I miss? Maybe something happened when I had to go use the restroom. Do you know who it was that painted the L? Oh, no wonder. LAX on MLW painted an L on someone's back. Do you know whose back it was? And was this last Wednesday show? So audio today. Alvin, are you with me? Was this on today's Fusion? Was it from today's show? Yeah, I know it's on YouTube, but was that from today? Was it a new show? Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I will watch it as soon as I get done here. I would just put it on my computer where I don't have to worry about trying to watch it on my phone. But with that being said, that is going to be my recap tonight. I'm going to try to start doing this on a weekly basis for AEW. I don't really watch much of WWE anymore. So it was on the third episode of the new season. Yeah, I know it comes on Wednesday. It comes on like an hour before Dynamite starts. I just haven't had a chance to watch it. All right, Alvin, I will talk to you later. I'm going to get off here so I can watch it. But with that being said, thank you for anyone that's watched. Thank you, Alvin, for the chats. That was fun. Maybe I can get some more on here soon. Start doing these videos on about the same time every night. Maybe we can get some more people to watch. With that being said, this is Hardcore Wrestling 101 saying keep the matches coming. What a night it was tonight.